Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Traversatile, and today we'll finally be calculating my expenses and income from April and compare it to what we had originally budgeted. After that, we'll set our budget for May. Let's get into the video. Now let's get into my budget notebook. I wanted to do a drawing for this video, but frankly, I don't have the time or energy to do that right now. I'll try to include it for the next budget with me. But as you all know, planning for a wedding takes a lot of time and focus, so that is why this video is so late. I know we're already halfway through May, but I haven't reviewed April yet, so let's do that now. I did do better at keeping track of transactions as they happen though, so that's good. But now I'm going to go through, fill in all the rest of the expenses and income and calculate how much was spent in each category. You can go ahead and vibe with the music in the meantime. Everything from the month of April. I spent a lot more than I planned. Not immensely in the total, I suppose. But on basically every category I spent more than I planned. One category that I spent less is a category I actually would prefer to spend more because I'm contributing to it as a sinking fund, but I realize I don't have a good system to separate expenses from sinking funds. So in this case, the fact that I put less into that is more of a bad thing. But same as last time, I didn't spend any on gas, and I probably won't this month anyway, so I'll switch that around. I won't really until June. Over here, I think also one of the biggest things that I forgot about when I was creating this budget was taxes coming up. I ended up getting an extension until October, so I didn't have to pay the full amount, but when I applied, it said we recommend you paying at least something whatever that ends up being, I'll figure that out later. I at least put 100 towards it, so that's 100 less that I need to worry about. There's 100 out of the way, so whatever's left over, I'll figure that out in the next few months, probably after my wedding. I really just want to focus on that right now. I don't want to, I want to focus on my expenses on that first. Let's see. I ended up getting a lot of income this month, but that was because the first paycheck I received was from the last week of March. So I technically consider this like with the end of March, but I didn't receive it until the 1st of April. So just because within the month's time frame, I had a whole extra paycheck there that made this a lot more than planned. But that's okay. And then in addition, as I said in my cash stuffing video, if you haven't seen, one of our friends pulled my fiance aside and just gave him $100, which was really nice. We spent all of it, but that's okay. That's what he intended it for. So we were able to get new shoes and all that. I got the shoes I'm gonna wear at my wedding. They're just some really pretty flip-flops because it's gonna be hot and I'm probably gonna end up taking them off to dance anyway. So, and I can also wear them in events after. It's not just wear them once and then done. So I got that in addition to a new pair of sneakers, which is really nice. Let's see, we ate out more than expected. We had a date night, but the other two were unplanned, but that's okay. Food is food, you know. But there is everything. I spent a lot more than I planned, but it's okay. A lot of stuff came up last minute. We're in the process of planning a wedding. Like, we deserve a cheat day. So, okay, it's okay if we went a little over. We didn't plan for it, but I know too, going throughout the future, it's okay. But considering we had a lot of unplanned expenses, I think we still stayed within budget pretty well. And we can use this as a guideline for the next month. And speaking of which, we can now go on to May, try to make our budget real quick. Based on the fact that this month I'm only going to get the normal 4 paychecks. So with that, I predict I'll earn around $1,200 again for the month of May because there's no extra paychecks this month. It's just the 4 weeks. So with this in mind, and as you can see, I don't plan on spending gas for the month of May. I will in June, but not now. And I just took away the whole category of pets because we're not really buying enough for it to be its own category. So if we buy anything for our pets, I'll just lump that in with miscellaneous. But now for the next 2 months, I'm going to make wedding its own category because I know there's going to be enough expenses just to have its whole own category. But otherwise, all of the categories are the same for the month of May. Don't plan on spending as much for eating out. Don't plan on spending any for gas, but I will spend a lot on groceries and weddings. So I'm going to focus on that. So let's create a budget for that real quick. Just give myself a 600 this time. Wedding. I don't know how much I'm gonna end up spending. I know we actually already spent, it's halfway through May, I know. So we've already had expenses, obviously. We got my fiance's entire suit, actually, which is really nice. The jacket, vest, pants, and ring, and also a watch she wants to wear. But we still need shoes, a dress shirt, and a belt, but those are a lot minor. But we got the biggest expenses out of that. And I need to start saving up to at least have part of the expense for our DJ. He doesn't need to be paid yet, but I want to start building that up. And I also haven't gotten my dress, but I plan on getting one from Etsy, and I think it'll be around 100. And also, actually, we got the marriage license this past week. So with his suit and the marriage license out of the way, those were the biggest ones. Now the only big ones left are my dress and paying the DJ, because everything else won't really be an expense. So with that in mind, I know I already spent some of it, but I need to allot some to the wedding. Let's see. I know I plan on giving 70 to travel. I'll do that, and my cash stuffing coming up soon. Loans, I know that there will not be any taxes I'll have to pay this month, so it will be the normal 80-ish. I know it's always a few cents off, but I don't feel like calculating the cents. I know we already spent some of it, but I still need to add a bit more, so I know we'll still have a little bit of room for the rest of the month. I know we're gonna go over budget in all honesty, but based on what I'm earning, I know it's gonna be a negative. So, oh well. We've been trying to, I think in fact we already went over this, but I don't have the brain power to calculate going with a negative based on what I'll probably earn, so I had a little bit left over. I only planned on earning $1,200 and I earned an extra like $400 or $500. So there was a bit left over from that. So even though I'm going to go a negative over what I plan on receiving this month, there was a little bit left in my account. So I'm just going to go for that. Bruh, my brain is not with it right now. I don't even have that many details for my wedding compared to a traditional one, but even so, it's a lot of decisions all at once. So my brain is just tired, and yeah, if I'm not working, I'm planning the wedding, and that's about it. So so like y'all gotta understand my brain ain't with it. But it's okay. I know it's worth it, so no worries. Let me just do this real quick. Sleepy time for me. I feel like I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember, so like, don't mind the silence. Yeah, okay. And that was all I had, so I'm not gonna say I hope we stick within this, because I know we won't, but let's see how far we go over this. And probably through my cash stuffing videos, it'll be easier to update based on like how, on what we already got for the wedding. But for now, I'm just giving it a whole category summary. So if y'all want to know the details, y'all can go watch that. I'll post that hopefully soon. I don't know when. I am tired and busy. Y'all understand. It's the middle of May and I just finished my review of April, and I just set my budget for May, even though we're already 2 weeks in. Like that's how my schedule is going. But there is that. We did the thingies. Huzzah. We did all the thingies. We're doing too many thingies. But that is it for this video. We compared how much we spent in April to what we had planned and set our budget for May. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe to stay updated as I go throughout this journey. If you have any questions or suggestions, comment down below. Keep your eye out for my next cash stuffing video, hopefully in the next week. But yeah, this has been Traversatile. Farewell. There are obnoxious bikes and lawnmowers everywhere outside. That way you'll have less money. But as you all know, planning a wedding takes a lot of time and focus. So that is why this video is so late. I know we're already halfway through May, but I haven't reviewed April yet. But I need to, so might as well do it now.